How about that, J.D. Vance? It was nice to see him booed, but of course, if you watched U.S. TV, you didn't hear that.
You didn't hear it because NBC cut out the boos. I watched it about 3 times to try to hear the boos, and they weren't there. And I thought, what's going on?
Well, that's what's going on. But bisexual Breezy Johnson won the downhill. There she is with her medal. And
which then fell off its ribbon.
And pansexual Amber Glenn was part of the American team, winning the gold medal in figure skating.
Team figure skating. The individual figure skating is starting, so we'll see how she does there. She says she was nervous in the team competition, and she showed it. It wasn't her best performance,
she
was
one of several athletes, American athletes. U.S. athletes, along with, we have a picture of them, Amber and Chris Lillis and Hunter Hess, who were, they're asked about how do you feel about representing your country these days, and they basically say things like, we're obviously not happy with what's happening there, and then you get commentators saying, just shut up and do your job and ski or skate, shut up.
They said, we love America. We're happy to represent the United States.
We love the American people.
Yeah, but we are not thrilled about what's going on. And Gus Kenworthy, who skied for the U.S. in a previous Olympics, now is representing the country of his birth, Great Britain. And he left a little message in the snow in yellow.
We don't have a picture of it. It said,
because it says F ice. Yeah.
And he spelled it out with his urine.
Yes.
Yes.
There is a Pride House in Milan, which is nice. Sometimes those have been canceled. 47 is the current count of out LGBTQ athletes. And really, if you go to outsports.com, they are following all of this. Team LGBTQ, as they have designated it, has more medals than the United States so far.
Outsports.com, right?
Yeah.
And we will link to that in our email. If you want to be on our email list, go to gayusatv.org and sign up.
But they've got lots of great stories, and they're keeping all the medal counts and keeping track of all the LGBTQ.
And Amber has been wearing an LGBTQ pin, but she said she's never had so many people wish her harm for standing up on these issues.
People magazine did a feature profiling competing couples at the Olympics.
Heated rivalries.
Yeah. Well, they did 13 couples, and 4 of them were female couples, which was kind of nice.
Yes.
And we're also keeping an eye on the first or the only trans participant, a trans man from Sweden, Ellis Lundholm, who is a freestyle mogul skier. And the only reason he's allowed to compete is he's allowed to compete with the women because he's not on hormones. Look at that. Can you imagine?
They do a lot of fantastic things.
Yeah, but he is, I mean, he's getting a lot of flack for being allowed to compete at all. But he is not on hormones, so he's competing in his birth sex, but male pronouns, because he is defined as a trans man.
But NBC Sports, when they were covering him, had a commentator who kept saying, she.
Yes.
And at least in this case, NBC is apologizing for it.
Yes, and the actual announcer at the Olympics was using the male pronouns. And replacing Savannah Guthrie, horrible situation with her and her mother. Our deep hope that will be resolved positively. But she was supposed to be one of the leaders of coverage at the Olympics, and she had to be replaced. So NBC, in spite of, what's her name? Hoda Kotb wanted to do it, but instead...
Well, she offered herself.
Yes.
For her friend Savannah.
Yes. But instead NBC chose Mary Carrillo, who is an out lesbian and
has covered like 17 Olympics.
And came out of the tennis world and has been doing a lovely job.
And of course, the next Summer Olympics are going to be in LA, right?
Yes.
And the cisgender boxer Imani Khalef says that she will undergo sex testing to compete in the Olympics. You know, Trump says, I want sex testing for all these people. Well, they're going to do that. And
yes.
she says, I'll do whatever I'm required to do. She's from Algeria. She's a boxer. She won at the last Olympics. And of course, it made heads explode because, you know, she's kind of butch, but so what?
Exactly.